I got a few screws loose since the days of my youth. It's a few screws loose.
Now, one of the things that I've kind of learned, and I know a lot of people share this sentiment too, is all right. So when you're a child, right? We're going to take it back to childhood. When you're a child and you complain, like I'm sure you remember, you mentioned kid worship. I think it was last episode, but people are so attentive to kids. They want to be in tune with their feelings, and so basically, when you complain as a child these days, everyone's all ears. They want to help you. They want to try to help you through it. As an adult, when you complain, yo, people either think you're a bitch or, like P said, you're just exaggerating, get over it, or they insert themselves into it. It's like if I'm complaining to P, like, yo, man, I had a bad day. This lady at work, man, she getting on my nerves. She keeps transferring my calls to the wrong. P's like, yeah, man, kind of like when I was at the gym, I was waiting for this motherfucker to get off the bench and he was on the bench. It's like, man, what the hell does that have to do with what the hell I'm talking about? Nothing. But people that just, I think, speaks to the selfish nature of people. They want to insert themselves into everything. And often you'll hear people say, if you're going through something or if you're thinking about harming yourself, reach out and talk to somebody. Like, yo, man, that's bullshit. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I'm just saying don't expect people to give a shit. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, everyone listening. If you're complaining about something, the only people that are going to actually listen to you complain are the people that almost have to listen to you complain. So if you're married, if you're around the house and you're complaining about some shit, your wife almost has to listen to you. I mean, I'm still going to go out on a limb and say she probably still doesn't give a shit. If you live at home with your parents, if you're, younger, you live at home with your parents, you're complaining, your parents will probably listen to you. But again, chances are they really don't give a shit because let's face it, everyone has shit that they're dealing with. And I find in 2019, our lives are a lot more complicated than even in the early 2000s. I mean, very few adults have time to themselves. And that's something that P and I was just talking about prior to hitting record. Very few adults have time to themselves. Now, whether you have a family, you have kids, and then your kids have different activities and stuff. You have work obligations. You have all kinds of obligations. Like, yo, I remember a time where my grandparents would go to work and come home, and they'll be home in the evenings until the next day. My mother would go to work. She worked long hours, but she would come home about 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and she'll be there for the rest of the day. Now, as an adult in my mid-30s, most of my friends, most of the people that I interact with, yo, they just don't have time for themselves. And I don't even know where I was going with this. It was something about complaining, but oh yeah, that's what it was. Like, yo, people don't have time to fucking give a shit about your problems, man. Like, yo, and have you noticed that, P? As far as adults, just people in general being more busy than we can ever remember.